Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Legacy United. This is the Core Class Energon Universe Megatron figure. So in this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We're going to have a look at all the accessories that come with him and how you can use them again in each mode. Even though this obviously is Galvatron, we can have a quick look at, I suppose, which figure he's very much based upon. We can then, of course, bring in some other figures from this toy line just to see how he displays and looks with them. Everything's falling down. Let me put that back up. And, of course, bring in some other figures from other toy lines just to give you an idea of his scale and indeed of his size. So as you can see, quite a lot to get through with this video. So as I start to pack all these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. And also to thank In Demand Toys in the UK, because that's where this came from, and they got into me nice, quickly and safely. Right, very quickly, I've obviously got him out of the box just to speed things up, but just to let you know, when you get him brand new, his feet will be like that because it's just completely flat inside that box. So that's pretty much all you have to do. And of course you can attach the accessories, which I'm going to show you in a second. Windowless box. We've got a picture of the alternate mode on the side. There's the full alternate mode right there. That's great artwork, to be honest. On the side we've got these the new artwork, which is absolutely beautiful. And of course we can join this up with another box. There we go, just trying to find it, and make the new Legacy United poster. In fact, I've got it the wrong way around. There we go, that's what it should look like. So this is great if you were collecting the boxes still and you wanted to keep them by the side. This looks really slapstick, everything's falling over. Right, it's also going to be 11 steps to transform him. You've probably seen the transformation process video I've uploaded already anyway on a separate note. So the figure itself, to be honest, is really good. For the core class, I know they're obviously nowhere near as detailed and as articulated as third-party Legend scale, but I really do think with this new core, with the core class, that they're making much more of an effort, and the figures are getting better. I genuinely think that. I think the transformation process, which I'm going to show you on this, is quite intricate, and of course it was with the Seekers as well. Now the head sculpt is fantastic. It does spin around. Yes, there's a hollow head at the back, but I always give every toy company the get out of jail with that, because of course you can't really see it. These shoulders are ball and socket, so they will go all the way around. Yes, they will, just about, if you can just about keep everything out of the way. No, they won't. My apologies, they won't, because that just gets caught on there. They will go only that far out to the side, so there's a little bit, there's not much articulation in the shoulders there, to be honest. There's a ball and socket in the biceps, and of course the wrists are fused. There's no waist swivel either, because that's fused, but there's ball and socket hips. There is a knee bend, and there's not really a tilt, but there is a tippy toe, whatever you want to call it, with the feet. Now what I really like about this is the accessories, because they are so multifunctional. You can, if you want to, you can pop them on the top of his shoulders, exactly like this. Let's see if I can bring in again, I know this is Galvatron and not Megatron, but that's a fantastic homage to that figure. And although you can't, like on these, you can flip the guns down, which is great. You can't flip them down, but all you've got to do is just take them out and reattach them like so. So you can, of course, copy that. Now what you can do, which you couldn't do to my knowledge with this figure, but my knowledge of this figure isn't the greatest, but it doesn't look like they can detach, is you can actually take these off and pop them in his hand as well. So you can actually have them as little blasters as well, which is great. And as I say, this is such a great homage to these figures. And the best thing about this, and I've said this loads of times, but I genuinely mean this, my, I suppose, bread and butter is Generation 1, so it's really good to start to learn and see other figures from other toy lines. We've also got this huge blaster, which we could pop on the side of his forearm as well, so you can really, I suppose, armor and power him up. Great little things. Let's have a look at the quick instructions, see if there's anything that I'm missing. No, it's just showing you the same things there, what you can do with the accessories, and indeed the same when we go to the alternate mode, which we'll have a look at right now. To be honest, we'll have a look at the alternate mode, then we'll come back and have a look at him with some more comparisons. So first and foremost, let's take the head, spin this around, fold this over. Now this is a brilliant little thing. You wouldn't think that you need to do it, but it is in the transformation. Spin that around, and then what we're going to do, we're going to take this, you're going to take the bicep, turn it up, and we're looking to turn it away from itself. Have I got this right? So it's pointing upwards, and this is then going to tab into there. So it should be covered over like this. Yes, so what you need is you need that to be there, and then the reason for that is this tab here is now you're going to fold the foot over, rotate it the hip, bring this over and tab that into there. So you're sort of covering up the fist, to be honest. It's not going to be fully covered. Remember, it's a core class, so it's not super detailed. So what we looked at doing was taking the fist, turning it around, and then we're still going to tab that shoulder part into there. Take the leg, swivel it at the hip, folding the toes, and then tab this into there like so. Has that just gone in? No, just missed it. Line it up properly. Quite fiddly this is, but it's a fun transformation. It's not super difficult. And then that's the alternate mode. Now granted, this doesn't look the greatest, so what I'd strongly advise is if you are getting this on the secondary market, to get the accessories, because this just tops it off. I think it looks so much better with this on. So it goes this way around, and we're just lining up them two tabs with them two tabs right there. And then again, you've got the choice of how you want the blasters, and of course they look way better like this. And I think that's just a really cool little alternate mode for such a small little figure. It does look, yeah, that's it. That's what we've got on the box, and indeed that's what we've got on the reverse of the packaging as well. So you could also lift the wings up a little bit if you wanted to, but you are going to have very much visible hand syndrome, which I suppose, as I say, for myself, it's not a deal breaker. It's a tiny little figure, so it's not too bad at all. With regards to size, it's about the same size. No, there you go. There's a G1 Run Amok. Do you know what? It's quite big for core class. This is obviously classed as deluxe, which is as big as that. It's nowhere near as big as this deluxe, though. This is a huge deluxe. And indeed, what we've got here, we've got a Generation 1 Bumblebee, so it's much, much bigger than that. But as I say, displays, I think, quite well. Let's go back then now into his robot mode. A few more comparisons, and that should be about it, to be honest. Let's spin. Oh, of course, I've got to take everything apart, disconnect that, take this apart, disconnect that. As I said, if you want to see this in more detail, slowed down, it is separately uploaded, so you can watch that as well. Rotate at the bicep, rotate at the hip. Quite fun, as I say, and quite involved for the size of figure that it is. Right, there we go. We are back into the robot mode. Let's put that on. That's traditional Megatron, like with a big arm cannon, and to be honest, I'm going to keep these in the shoulders just because I like the way they look like that. So there we go, there he is back into his robot mode. Let's do some official products first then. So what I mean by official is there's Generation 1 Bumblebee, Generation 1 Prime. So if you collect Generation 1 figures, obviously these aren't to scale, it's just to give you an idea of how big the figure is. Funnily enough, I've got some Micromasters around as well, so of course that's a newish, that's from God Robot. Right, so let's do some standard figure. So there's another core class figure. Then we've got a Takara World's Smallest Transformer. Then we've got a deluxe figure. This is one of the smallest deluxe figures though, completely one of the smallest. Let's bring in another deluxe. There we go. And then I'll bring in probably only up to Voyager, to be honest, because there's not much point going any bigger. There's your Voyager Prime. So again, you've got your core class, you've got your idea of just how big he is. Right, let's move all of these out of the way. Everything's not making space for me. Right, so third party. So these aren't to scale. This is just to give you an idea of how big they are. Magic Square, New Age, Iron Factory, and Doctor Wu. So Doctor Wu, again, they're like Micromaster sort of scale size. But to be honest, I think that's pretty much it. There's not really much more to say about it. It is basic. It is a core class, but I'm sure you'll agree, it's quite a bit of fun. It looks good, and of course we are probably going to get the impending repaint of Galvatron as well. But there we go. That's all there is to say about this particular figure. Hope you enjoyed looking at him. If I got anything wrong or missed anything out, again, he's totally new to me. Please do let me know in the comments, and then I'll know better for in the future. In the meantime, guys, let me know what you think, and of course, take care.